Today, tonight, marks a full year from the day that we had to run out the house. I'm bleeding out every day and I don't even know if I'm gonna see tomorrow. Who gonna take care of my kids? Where my kids gonna go? What are they gonna do? Whew. Hold on, let me breathe. Cause it's been a year. Oh, okay, family. It has been a year now since my house fire. Today, tonight, marks a full year from the day that we had to run out the house. And so much has happened in this year, like so much has happened. And yesterday I had a conversation with my cousin, realizing like how long it's been and realizing just acknowledging really how much I've gone through and talking about like what I'm feeling and the place I'm in now. And let me tell you, I stopped and I just started praying, y'all. I started praying yesterday. I mean, I pray every day, right? But I started praying yesterday, like just thanking God for everything, thanking God for life, thanking God for everything that we have, and thanking God for everyone that showed up for my family, showed up for me, showed up for my kids. It definitely helped to keep my mental and my emotional and my spiritual a lot stronger than it would have been had I not had that support. But like God showed up, people showed up, people I didn't even know showed up. But I had so many people show up and support us and make sure we were good. I mean, making sure we had clothes, making sure we had food, making sure we had coats and just everything we needed, you know. And beyond that, we had a place to go. First we were at a hotel, and then we were at an Airbnb, and then eventually in an apartment. And I'm in the apartment now, looking around like, you know, getting out of here. I'm cleaning up, actually. I'm in the middle of cleaning up and packing because we were supposed to be out of here a month ago. And the house wasn't done. So, but now I've extended the lease, and so I'm just preparing us for this move and packing everything up, family. And honest to God, I'm grateful for what this space provided for us. It provided a little bit of stability for us in all the chaos. And it has been our home. It served us well. We had everything we needed. Most of everything I had was purchased for us or given to us. And I mean, I thank God for that, because most of you know, or most anybody who has been following my story or knows me personally, know that I started having health issues the day after the fire. So, whew, hold on, let me breathe, because it's been a year. The health issues, you know, I didn't even realize I was having health issues until a few weeks in, because I was so distracted and stressed with like the day-to-day of trying to figure out life post-fire. So by the time I realized I had been bleeding so long, it was like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks before I was like, oh wait, I'm still bleeding, and a lot, you know. But by the grace of God, I've turned that around. The doctors couldn't help me. They gave me two options, and I chose to lean on God instead of them. And by the grace of God, I have come out of that, and I am still working on my health. Because of my hormones being up and down and different things that I've done, my skin has been breaking out, and I know it's hormonal, and so I'm still flushing my system. Healing is not a finish line type of situation. It's a continual process. You know, you continue the healing process, whether it's internally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. But I'm here to say, to really talk about like what this year has taught me, and to show gratitude. Because yesterday during my prayer, all I did was thank God for keeping us through this year, for showing up through other people, for giving me strength when I didn't have any. You know, there were times where I could barely walk up the stairs trying to take care of my kids and go to the grocery store, and I mean, I couldn't even talk barely, right? And you know, I remember taking my kids to the park, and we go for our walks and stuff, and they're just like, come on, mommy. And I'm just like, nah, we gotta go to the car. Because I felt so dizzy. I felt like if I kept walking, I'm gonna fall over. And honestly, I didn't even have the energy to, you know, you gotta tell kids something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I mean, I told them we gotta go home, and they were, you know, kids, they're like, no, we wanna walk. I just turned around and walked back to the car because I could feel myself. And honestly, I did not have the energy or the capacity to repeat myself. Like, I felt like if I was like, hey, y'all, come on, it was too much energy. It was too much. That's how weak my body had gotten. But that was right before my first transfusion, and I found out I had lost over half the blood in my body. So, of course, I was feeling like that, like I was about to collapse. And they told me that when they called me. I called in my blood work, and then if they see anything abnormal or extremely concerning, they will call you. And they called and they said, get to the nearest hospital immediately, because you can drop down at any second, and don't drive yourself. Like, and I'm like, I could feel it, and it sent me into a whole panic attack, y'all, because I'm like, you telling me I could faint and I'm alone with my kids right now? I just started having a panic attack, and I'm grateful to God that I didn't faint. I'm grateful to God for just having my eyes opened. And I'm grateful to God for the lessons from this year, because I appreciate life on a normal day, but I appreciate being here. I appreciate another opportunity to see my children. I appreciate the blessings that God has given me, the blessing of perspective, and learning how to let go. This year I had to learn how to let go of anything that doesn't serve me and anything that I'm holding on to. You know, I had to let go of my whole house. I had to let go of memories, and not just the things now, because I miss my things. Some of my things was nice. You know, I miss my clothes, I miss my jewelry, I miss those things, but I miss my pictures. I miss my family pictures, my childhood pictures. I miss my baby pictures, my baby's books, you know, like things that are not replaceable. But what God showed me is that none of those things matter more than life itself, right? And God has kept me through so much in my life beyond this, right? But this past year has just taught me to evaluate what's most important. And this year has taught me to not just be appreciative for what you do have and be grateful, but find joy in it, right? Not like, oh, okay, fine, I'm happy I got a place, but it's not where I want to be. Or it's not like, to truly find joy in like the blessings, to find joy in the chaos, to find joy in life in the moment, because in a second, any one of these moments can be gone. Whether it's through somebody passing or whether it's through things being taken away. I found so much joy and gratitude in the little things, like learning to smile and learning to praise God at your lowest. Praising God at your lowest, because there's always a message and there's always something you're being taught. And sometimes things happen to us and we feel like, well, why is it happening to me? And it's like, that's ego. That's ego, right? Your ego mindset, it's all about why it's happening to you. Like who are you? Anything can happen to anybody, right? And sometimes we get so offended and hurt thinking that this is happening to us, when the whole time God is shifting your life and taking away things to replace them. You can't replace anything until it's old things have been taken away. You can't go into a new chapter until you've closed the old chapter, right? You can't start a new book until you finish the last book, right? So it's like sometimes we just need to shift our perspective in the way we're thinking about things. We get so caught up in focusing on the negative and comparing ourselves. We compare ourselves so much. You'll see somebody and think that they're better off than you or better than you or further along in life than you because of things that they have, and not because of who they are or where they are spiritually, emotionally. You know, and maybe as a child I might have done that, but I haven't done that in years by the grace of God, because I recognize that in a second, God can transform your life, right? And I know who I am, and I know my value, and I know I'm loved, and I know I'm loved by God, and I recognize the love that's in my life, and I recognize the blessings in my life. So I know how extremely wealthy I am. And what's beautiful about life is when you truly, truly feel those things and know those things, God will mirror those things in your life. And that's what God has done for me. And I'm grateful for genuine people, genuine connections. I'm grateful for real love, love that shows up in a way that sees you, love that appreciates you, love that honors you, not situations, things, or people that make you doubt yourself, question yourself, or even try to make you accept less than what you deserve, right? And I've learned all of this from God's grace. I've learned that I don't have to accept anything less, because God has loved me on such a deep level. I refuse to be loved any way less than that. Like, you can't love me less than the way that God loves me, because I love me like that. And I love my children like that. And I love my life like that. And I love this experience like that. And I refuse to experience anything less than happiness. You know, whether that's a job I'm working, or people that I got in my life, or friends, or activities that I'm participating in. Like, it's like I have to make sure that I'm constantly showing up and showing myself how much I'm worthy of love and how much I'm worthy of happiness and peace, because I've had to find those things in my chaos. So if you've ever gone through anything, I mean, a breakup, a traumatic event, a car accident, a house fire, a house flood, like anything crazy, murder, losing family members, if you've gone through anything that's been traumatic, abuse, anything that has scarred you in any kind of way, and come out of it, because sometimes people go through things and they stay in it now. So if you've gone through something and come out of it, you know how much work it takes to do that. It takes so much spiritual work, so much emotional and mental work. And I'm not talking about people who learn how to put on a smile and they suppress it. and they don't think about it, and they're still triggered, and they're now exhibiting different behaviors as a result. I'm not talking about people who are not really healing. I'm talking about people who have been hurt so bad and decided this is not what I want. I want more. I want to experience love and happiness in whatever form God presents it, right? When you come out of that, your eyes are so open. And it's such a blessing that you refuse to accept anything else, even from yourself. Even from yourself. I could check myself like, girl, you tripping. Like, why are you know better. We're not doing that. Nope. Somebody can come to me with a job opportunity that I know is not worth my time, or be in a workspace that is triggering or costing me my mental or my spiritual. Absolutely not. Be around people who smile in your face but not really happy for you. Absolutely not. I don't need that energy. I can feel the energy, and I don't need that around me. I work too hard for my energy to be in this space. I had to learn how to calm myself when I didn't see the end of the tunnel. I had to learn how to find peace when I didn't know what was going to happen tomorrow. I didn't know if I was going to be here tomorrow. I didn't know if or where or when me and my kids were going to be more stable. I didn't even know if I had the mental to deal with it. Okay? Because on one end, you know, I got people calling me like, oh, girl, well, at least you got a roof over your head. And I'm like, you're right. But then I'm over here like, but what you don't know is I'm bleeding out every day, and I don't even know if I'm going to see tomorrow. Who going to take care of my kids? Where my kids going to go? What are they going to do? You know, nobody love your kids like you, right? So I'm just like, I'm thinking of all of these things, and I had to learn to hear God and talk to God like, God, what are you telling me? What's the message? And I had to learn to have faith that everything that was meant for me still was coming, that God still loved me, that God was still holding me close in the midst of all of that. I had to really, really, really recognize that, and not just say it, but feel it. Feel it and exhibit it. Feel it and say, yeah, kids, let's go to the park. Let's go spend quality time, because the sun is shining, so God is still around. My babies got smiles on their face, so God is still around. I don't know what's going on with tomorrow, with me, or with anything else, but in this moment, I see God still. And choosing to still see God, and choosing to still see love all around me, and choosing to be happy and find peace in all of my chaos led me to a place of abundance, and that abundance is within. That abundance is all around. And y'all, I mean, honestly, I can't thank God enough for everything that I've learned through my storm. And to be honest, even when I think about previous storms or anything I've gone through before, I've learned so much. And that knowledge and that wisdom and that experience is priceless. It's priceless, because it's helped me to help other people. It's helped me to be more humble, to be more appreciative, to get rid of the ego. It's helped me to appreciate others. It helped me to, when I say appreciate others, I mean, I really appreciate people. And not just because they, or if they are doing for me. It's helped me to appreciate people and their stories. You know, you walk past somebody and say, hey, how you doing? You keep it moving. But when I talk to somebody, I'm like, how you doing? I mean it. And I love to hear how somebody is doing. If you got something beautiful going on, and I'm happy. I'm happy like it's happening for me. Like, that's a blessing. I'm so happy for you. You know, I love to see people happy and genuinely happy, right? And even when somebody is going through something, I'm concerned. You know, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to send you strength. And I mean that. And you also are going to get through it. And you need to know you're going to get through it. Like, it's giving me an appreciation for life and for others. It's made me want to pour into others more than I naturally do. And I'm a people person. For anybody that knows me, I love people, love talking, love connecting. And I feel so deeply. I could feel energy so deeply. And it could be a person on the street. You know, I get into a conversation with somebody on the street, and sometimes that's where you find the most wisdom. Sometimes that's when you connect with God on the deepest level. You know, giving back to people where you don't have to be praised for it. You know, you don't gotta be seen giving back to people. You're doing it because you're supposed to do it. You're doing it because you want to do it. And you're doing it because somebody has showed up for you before at your lowest, you know. And honestly, y'all, my cousin said this to me yesterday. I got a full circle moment right now. You know, today, last year was the beginning of the journey that I went on. And it was a long journey. It was a long journey and so many lessons at one time. So many lessons, like simultaneously, for real. And here we are. I'm packing up. I'm cleaning. I'm donating things. I got so many clothes and furniture and stuff to donate that people gave me, and I'm preparing to move into my new house. I will be sharing the process and sharing what I feel called to share, you know, sharing what's necessary. And I just want to remind anybody going through something that it doesn't matter if you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It don't matter if it just seems like it's all darkness all around you. Faith is something that's internal, right? You could blindfold me at this point. You could blindfold me and tell me just to walk. And I don't care if I'm standing next to a cliff. The way my faith is set up, no matter where I walk, God got me. Either I'm going to keep walking on the land, and let me tell you, if I walk over that cliff, God going to catch me. Something will happen because God has showed out in my life through every storm, every traumatic event. God has brought me through and given me wisdom, giving me the tools to not only heal and grow and be grateful, not resentful, not harboring anger, giving me the tools to forgive. And let me tell you something, family. Forgiveness is so deep because when you don't forgive, that also shows up as pain and ailments and illness in your body. Trauma will show up as illness in your body. Obviously, not taking care of your health and eating bad and not working out, that shows up as illness in your body. But holding on to anger, holding on to pain and sadness, depression, anxiety, and not choosing to forgive, that shows up as illness in your body. You gotta let go, and I don't mean just not think about it. You gotta find peace in it. You gotta figure out what's the reason I went through this. You gotta find out your reason you went through it, and make it make sense for you. Because one person's revelation is going to be different than the next person's revelation, but they are both still very powerful. So I just want to say it's possible. I just want to say it's possible. I don't care how low it is or how low it seems. Let me just say that. How low it seems. I'm talking homelessness. I'm talking, you name it. Don't know how you gonna pay that bill tomorrow. Don't know where your next meal is coming from. Don't know how you gonna get out of this abusive relationship. Don't know how you gonna provide for your children. Don't know if you can even take on the burdens of the next day because your mental is struggling. Depression and anxiety are taking over you. I don't care how low it seems. You gotta find a way to ground yourself in the spirit. For me, a lot of times that was going out in nature. Nature grounds me, so it grounds everybody actually. You need to get in nature, okay? Connect with nature, connect with the earth. Even in the wintertime, go outside. Breathe in some fresh air. Soak up some sun, my God. Read a book. Sit in silence. Observe the energy that's around you, the music you're listening to. Sometimes you need to go through a period where you're not listening to nothing so that you can hear God. You need silence. Ride in your car in silence. Okay? Walk outside in silence. Listen to the birds. Listen to the wind. Like, listen to nothing so that you can hear God. So that your mind can be quiet. Turn that TV off at nighttime when you're sleeping. Like, turn these things off so that you can connect with yourself, so that you connect with God, and you will get your answers. You will find your peace. And finding that peace and getting your answers and coming into these revelations is so powerful, because they create these pivot moments in your life where it's just like a click, like a light bulb, or like you shift, your energy shifts, right? And you're able to get through and come out of things that you didn't see a way out of before. So family, anybody who's going through something, I'm telling you, it's not the end of the road. It's not. Figure out what it is that you're meant to learn. Is something beautiful that can come out of anything. Always something beautiful. Shift your perspective. And I'm a lover of art, right? And I love to look at art and analyze it and figure out what feelings. And life is like that. Healing is like that. You know, you can look at something traumatic and you can find something beautiful in it. You can find something beautiful. And you can become something beautiful. Your story is beautiful. You know, you are worthy. And when you realize that and you recognize that God still loves you and God is still holding you, and anything that you want in this life is yours, right? And sometimes we have this idea of how we're supposed to get these things. Like, just a quick example, you might be somebody who's destined to live a lavish life. And I'm going to give that example because who doesn't like nice things, right? And when I say nice things, I'm talking about the works, baby. Like shopping, trips, like designer this, nice car that. Like, you might be somebody who just is a connoisseur and a lover of the finer things. And you feel like you're not in that place, or some of those things have been stripped away from you. Or you feel like you might be a woman and feel like it has to come through a man, you know? Or you might feel like, you know, I know some people that feel like the only way they can get things is if they win the lottery, or, you know, they could try to start a business, but their business might not get them to the point where they can live the way that they want to live. And for some people, it's not that. For some people, it's a more, you know, quiet life. You want land and you just don't see how it's possible. You want land and you want to live a life where you have more control over your day-to-day, you know, your resources. And some people just don't see that being within their reach. And it's like, all it takes is you shifting your perspective. All it takes is you recognizing that you are worthy of those things. God will show up and present those things to you in a way that you never could have imagined. Just decide what it is that you want. Okay? Health. Some people don't see themselves getting out of the health situations that they are in. Some people are battling illnesses and diseases, and they're just like, I don't see any other options because the doctor's not even giving me no options. The doctors are saying, hey, these are my options, and I don't like those options. But let me tell you something. God has the last say. And if you don't believe it, then what can I tell you? If you don't believe it, then that's what it is. Because your beliefs set the tone for your reality, right? I believe that no matter what I go through, God got me, because God has always had me. So when I come out of things, not knowing what it's going to look like, when that's going to happen, how soon that's going to happen, you know, I have people say, wow, look what God did. And I'm like, I know. Not in an arrogant way, but in a very confident way. I know. Because God has proven to me that, like, I don't have to doubt. It doesn't mean that I don't feel anxiety or fear or worry sometimes. I just check it. Like, girl, what you doing? You know, you go ahead and experience the emotion and release it. Okay, I felt a little nervous. God, I don't know. I trust you. I know you're going to show up. I don't know when you're showing up. Okay? That anxiety trying to set in, God. I'm looking for you. I know you around the corner somewhere. God is right there orchestrating. Okay? God is right there putting it together, putting the plan together. It's happening. The universe is always conspiring to help us, to put us in a position we want to be in, to give us the things that we want, need, and mirror. And if you don't feel like you're worthy, that's what's going to be mirrored to you. Okay? So know your worth, know that you are worthy, have faith, and stop doubting God. Stop doubting yourself. Okay? Maybe what you're going through is not something that you're going through because life is happening to you, but maybe God is removing things, shifting things, showing you who somebody is. Okay? Upgrading you. You lost that job and you stressing about your bills, but you about to make more money than you ever made in your life. You got in a car accident and you survived and you're healthy and you okay. And baby, you about to get the best car, your dream car. Okay? You have felt like you haven't had any family or friends. That's because the people that were around were not worthy. God had to show you who they were so that God can replace them with people that you would value, because you value genuine people now, because you've dealt with fake people. Okay? You've dealt with people who didn't really want to see you do well or not better than them. So God is replacing them. So you feel like you don't have no friends? No, you do. You got the love of God. You should develop the love of self and allow people who love themselves to come into your life. Because when you love yourself, you can see when somebody doesn't love themselves. And you can wish well for them. You can bless them. You can praise them. And you can even have a conversation with them or do what you want to do. But you can't welcome that energy into your space, because you can see when somebody's energy isn't matching yours. And I'm talking friendships or relationships. Okay? So, like, your health is not the end of the road. Your health is a reminder to be grateful for life, to be present in the moment, to spend quality time with those that you love and do the things that you love. Stop wasting your time like you got an abundance of it and like you know when your time is up. Spend your time in this life doing the things that you want to do, doing the things that fulfill you, make you happy, and fill you up. Okay? Your health is a reminder. Any illness or any disease or anything that you are suffering from, any pain, it is a reminder to take care of yourself, to honor your body. To honor your body by what you put in your mouth. To honor your body by researching the food, by researching the ingredients, by hearing information and choosing to research it instead of dismissing it. Okay? Honor your temple. Honor your temple by moving your body, going to the gym, going for a walk. Okay? You don't just praise God with your mouth. You don't honor God with your mouth. You don't honor the universe and life with your mouth. That's one way. But you also praise and honor God by what you do, how you handle others, how you show gratitude, how you honor your temple, right? You can't sit over here and treat your body any kind of way and think that, you know, when disease pop up, you're supposed to be like, well, why am I going through this? Why me? Why not you? You ain't doing nothing to prevent it. You don't show no gratitude towards your body. You treat your body any kind of way, you know? Thank your body for keeping you, for being so strong, for going through pain and trauma and still standing, for walking you around, for standing up on your feet all day, for working hard, you know? Praise your body. That's how you honor God. You honor God in your actions, you know? You show gratitude in so many ways. And these things, like I said, happen to us to change our perspective. They're not happening to us just because woe is me. They're happening to us to teach us something, to maybe sometimes to hold a mirror up in our face, to show us what we're doing wrong, you know, and how we need to change our habits, our behaviors, our thoughts, the way we move. Well, family, like I said, I'm about to get back up. I wanted to take a moment to stop. I hadn't recorded in a while. I've had my hands full. And I've been busy. I've been working on a few things, and I definitely plan on sharing. But I just wanted to stop because I'm looking around and I see God everywhere, and I'm grateful, like I said, for everything. I'm grateful for everything God has done. I'm grateful for the lessons. Grateful for the blessings, and I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for the prayers. I'm grateful for everybody. And let me say this before I go. I gotta say this, because I said it yesterday when I was talking to God, but I want to say it out loud. To everybody who supported me and my children, thank you. To everybody who sent a prayer, thank you. For everybody who sent an affirmation, thank you. For everybody who sent money, thank you. For everybody who bought clothes, thank you. For everybody who bought food, thank you. Okay? For everybody who screenshotted me a scripture, thank you. Okay? For everybody who just had kind thoughts of me, thank you. All of it was felt, all of it was appreciated, and I pray that God blesses you abundantly. I don't care what you did for me, okay? I don't care how seemingly small or big. Anybody who did anything to support us during this time, I pray that God not only blesses you with life, with abundance, with wealth, and with health, but I pray that God blesses you tenfold with everything that you desire and everything that you deserve, because it kept us in and it got us through during a time where I really needed the support. I didn't have the ability to work. I didn't have the ability to show up completely in every way for my children, you know. Thank you to all of you who did. It was a beautiful year. I can't say, I know a lot of people be like, well, that last year I wanted to be done. It was a terrible year. Now I'm grateful to be over those things, but it was a beautiful year. It was a beautiful year. I saw God everywhere, and it's a lot of beauty in that. So thank you, and may you be blessed abundantly forever for all that you've done for us, even for supporting, for just coming to watch a little video, for sharing a little video, for calling me, checking on me, anything, I promise you, God will bless you. When you do for others from the kindness of your heart, from a sincere place, God will always bless you and return the favor. So thank you. I love you all. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here, able to tell my story. And I look forward to sharing this journey with y'all. I look forward to sharing this journey. I'm closing this chapter, and I can't wait to share what God has next. So until next time, family, thank you. Thank you for just stopping by and supporting. All right.